What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we're going to be doing a review on Final Fantasy VII Remake. This is spoiler free. There is no spoilers in this review. I'm going to be giving my full review on the game. I guess I just got done finishing it. I finished it like a couple days ago, but now we're doing the review, and I'm going to be rating like the graphics from 1 to 10, gameplay 1 to 10, story 1 to 10. So let's get into it. So I completed the game. It took, they said it would take about 40 hours, over 40 hours to complete the game, but I actually completed it in like 30 hours. I don't know if I speed run the thing or I don't know, but I completed it pretty fast in 30 hours. Um, yeah. So now that I'm done, I can finally give you my opinion and my review. And let me just say this again: this is spoiler free. I don't know if I'm gonna do a review that isn't spoiler free. I think I might do another review that has spoilers. But for now, for this video, we're not gonna be spoiling anything. But anyways, let's get into the game. Get into the review. So we're gonna be rating the graphics. The graphics is 10 out of 10, bro. As you can see by this screenshot of the game, you can tell the graphics on this game is fantastic. Final Fantasy VII Remake has the best graphics I have ever played in any video game of my life. I have been on this planet for 13 years, and I have never played a game that had such good graphics as this game. And that's facts right there. The graphics for this game is absolutely insane. And then we're gonna get to the gameplay. The gameplay wise, like fighting, doing moves, attacks, and freaking spells and stuff like that. The fighting in this game is about also. I give it a 9.5. Okay. Actually, no, 10 out of 10. Now that I think about it, there's a lot of moves, a lot of variety, a lot of spells and materia, and a lot of stuff, man. The mechanics, like the fighting and stuff like that, doing attacks, using materia, using spells, using potions and stuff like that. It's really, you can understand it easily. You'll get used to it easily. So I'd say it's definitely a 10 out of 10. And now let's get into the story. The story is, I wouldn't give it a 10 out of 10. The story mode for this game, I would give it a 100 out of 10. Like, the story mode for this game is so good. It's so good, bro. And I bet it's even better if you've played the original Final Fantasy VII or watched Advent Children, which is the Final Fantasy VII movie. I just got the original Final Fantasy VII. I haven't really done much in the game, but I will get to it, and do stuff soon. And I have watched Final Fantasy VII Advent Children, which is like the movie. I just watched that like 2 days ago. So, yeah. Story mode is great. A lot of and the cutscenes. Oh my god, the cutscenes are just insane. And yeah. What else can I talk about it? This game is perfect. I do recommend buying this. The game is $60. And I know that sounds like a lot, but $60 is worth it for this game. This game is definitely worth 60 hours. There's so much content, so much missions. The story mode is long. This game is definitely worth $60. And I do recommend buying it. And I really don't know what else to talk about. The game is really good. Oh yeah, here we're gonna get to this next topic. And if you've been wondering why I haven't been making any Final Fantasy VII videos, is because Final Fantasy VII, and not just Final Fantasy VII, like every Final Fantasy game has a lot of music, like in the background, or like a lot of scenes that's playing music, and most of that music is copyright. Actually, like all of that music is copyright. I've uploaded a live stream of me live streaming Final Fantasy VII, and it was like me playing for like an hour and 44 minutes. The video got copyrighted. and I actually uploaded a video today. It got copyrighted, but I deleted it because I don't want to copyright a video of my channel. But the live stream's still up there if you want to watch the live stream. But yeah, the reason why I haven't been making Final Fantasy VII videos is because they will get copyright. But today, as I'm recording this video, I have uploaded like 5 Final Fantasy videos that are not copyrighted. They're not long; they're like clips. But I did upload Final Fantasy videos today. So yeah, go watch that if you want to go watch that. And yeah, everything about this game is 10. Now we rated the fighting, the graphics, the story. Now it's time to give it my rating, like the whole game, from 1 to 10. It's a 10 out of 10, obviously. 5 stars. This game is great. Okay, I do recommend buying this. And ever since I've played Final Fantasy VII, I've been wanting to get other Final Fantasy games. Like right now, soon I'm gonna get Final Fantasy XV or 14, Final Fantasy 14. It has Noctis. If you know who Noctis is, you might recognize him from Tekken. But yeah, I'm gonna get that Final Fantasy game, and I'm also gonna get I just got Final Fantasy Type 0, and I just got the original Final Fantasy 7, and I'm gonna get Final Fantasy XV multiplayer comrades. So yeah, ever since I've played Final Fantasy 7, I've become a Final Fantasy fan. So yeah, I'm gonna get all that. And yeah, that's the rating. This game is a 10 out of 10. I didn't spoil anything. I don't want to spoil anything because after hearing me say all this good stuff about the game, you might want to get it. But you know what? I'm gonna spoil some stuff. So that's the end of the video, guys. That's my rating. Now, for the next couple of minutes of the video, I'm gonna be spoiling some stuff. So, my rating is a 10 out of 10 of the game. So now that you heard my rating, you could leave the video. If you want to stick around for the spoilers, you could stay. But if you don't want to see any spoilers, then just leave the video. So, yeah. All right, now let's get into some spoilers. The ending was it, bro. The ending was insane. I think they're gonna do a Final Fantasy VII Remake 2. I really do, because the ending, Sephiroth wasn't like they didn't defeat him. They didn't kill Sephiroth. He was still alive. They were in space or something, and then the part where they showed Zack was really crazy. I feel like anybody who played Final Fantasy VII and saw Zack definitely was like jumping out of their seat. And that the part where the flashback where Aerith and Cloud were walking, and then Cloud and Zack of a flashback was walking by them. That was a good scene. But I think they're gonna do a Final Fantasy VII Remake 2, or just a sequel. They're gonna do a sequel for this game because Sephiroth is still not defeated, and there's still so many questions that I got. Because recently I watched Advent Children. All right, I watched Final Fantasy Advent Children, and from what I could tell, Aerith is dead. Like in the movie, Aerith was dead. The only time we saw Aerith, she was like hollow or like a ghost, like something. She wasn't in the movie. She was barely in the movie. So when I watched it and I got to the end of the movie, I was asking myself, is Aerith dead? And I haven't played the original Final Fantasy VII, and I know in the original Final Fantasy VII, there's a lot of stuff in that game that are not in the remake. So I'm definitely gonna play Final Fantasy VII, the original one, and I'll understand the story more. But I don't know if Aerith died or something. And if she has died in Final Fantasy VII, the original one, I think hopefully if they make a sequel, I think she might die in the sequel. Oh, and another thing, at the end of Final Fantasy VII, we saw Biggs and Jesse were alive. So they're okay. Actually, we saw Biggs. We didn't see Jesse. I don't know, man. I think Jesse's dead. Because we saw Biggs. Biggs was still alive, but we didn't see Jesse. So I think Jesse is still dead. but somehow Big survived. Um, Another thing, like the missions, the dancing missions. Every mission in this game was fun. I kind of made a mistake because if you ever played Final Fantasy VII Remake, you know that if you like if you're about to proceed to the next mission, it says, "Are you sure you want to proceed?" And basically the reason why they ask you that is because the area that you're in has side missions that you can complete. And what I always did is I didn't complete the side missions. I just said yes, continue, because I wanted to complete the game fast because I just wanted to see everything. But I did miss a lot of cool side missions, and I will go back and I don't know. I think I might replay Final Fantasy VII Remake and do all the side missions because I was watching a YouTuber, Maximilian dude, and he was doing all these missions that I never seen. He has all these attacks that I've never seen, and he has all these. He has a new summon, and I'm like, where the hell did he get all this? And I thought to myself, oh, he did the side missions, which I didn't do. Like there was this one side mission where you're fighting like a giant fat chocobo, and I'm like, dude, I want to fight a giant fat chocobo. So I will be replaying Final Fantasy VII. Um, I'm probably not gonna record it because, like I said, I'm gonna get copyrighted. But I am gonna redo it because he was doing all these new moves that I've never seen, and I was watching this other YouTuber. This guy has a whole new sword, and I'm like, bro, I want that sword. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna replay Final Fantasy VII and get the new swords, get these new boss battles, and do these other missions and stuff like that because they really do look cool, and I want to experience the game at its full, glory. So yeah, I will be playing Final Fantasy VII Remake again. Uh, yeah, anything else to talk about? The Sephiroth battle was really great. I really enjoyed that. It was pretty fun, and the Whisper battle where you're fighting all these whispers, the giant Whisper King, and fighting the three whispers, the Gold Whisper, the Blue Whisper, and the Red Whisper. I forgot their names, but I know there was a gold, blue, and red one. Yeah, that was a good battle. Every boss battle in this game was fun. Even the freaking battle where you're fighting a house. Yes, you literally fight a house. A house is a boss battle in Final Fantasy VII. Um, that was pretty weird. That was a weird battle. I died like 15 times. Yeah, I had to redo it so many times. Um, what else can I talk about? Honestly, bro, there is so much stuff in this game. I can't even talk about all of it. I really can't. There's so much stuff in this game. I do recommend buying it. Seriously, if you have $60 laying around, which I don't know who has that laying around, but if you do, make sure to get this game because it's fun. Now, there is one sad thing about this game is that the DLC. There is a DLC for this game. It's a 4-hour long story expansion. I wouldn't call it a story expansion. I call it like a side story, like a side story. And you're playing as this character named Yuffie, and that's all I know. That's literally all I know. You play as a new character named Yuffie, and it's like 4 hours long to complete it. Um, and that's all I know. And the reason why it's sad is because you can't play it on PS4. For some reason, the story expansion, or I keep saying story expansion, the side story cannot handle the PS4. Like your PS4 will crash instantly if you tried playing it. So you can only play it on the PS5. And when I heard that, I instantly wanted a PS5, but I'm not getting a PS5 anytime soon. I think when I get a PS5, I think I'll get it in like 2 years. But for now, I ain't getting a PS5, and they're like really expensive. But yeah, the side story, you can only play it on PS5. Um, so yeah, but I did hear that if you get a PS5, you can transfer your PS4 games to your PS5. So I'll just when I get a PS5 soon, I'll just put Final Fantasy VII on my PS5, and I'll get the DLC. The DLC is $20, by the way. And it's worth it. Worth it. I'm telling you. But yeah, like I said earlier, there's so much stuff in this game I can't even talk about it. Um, so that's the end of the video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.